Yo guys, and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to work further on our white Corrado project. We did the homologation of the TDI swap and it passed the homologation, and also we got 2 years of technical inspection, so now we can really go crazy on this car. For the people that doesn't know this car, Corrado, we did a PD swap and we're going for a 4-motion conversion. I have the axle right here. I have to bring it to the powder coater before I'm going to mount it. And also we need to cut the spare wheel opening. I'm also going to do that today. So take the fuel tank out and we will cut the opening of the spare wheel. And we need to take this engine out. But before we're going to take the engine out, we are going to test fit our new manifolds. So I have the manifolds right here. Stainless steel intake manifold and top mount exhaust manifold. I need to make some measurements and pictures to send to Gino from Skilla Turbo so he can prepare my new turbo. Because next week I'm going to Portugal again. And yeah, I'm going to Gino, pick up my new turbo. I have also a very nice event planned on the Cartodromo of Braga. For sure I'm not pronouncing it right, and if Philip is watching he will laugh for sure. But we have a very nice event there, and we are going to take our Portuguese Mark II back to the Netherlands. So guys, we have a lot of awesome plans planned for this summer, but for now we're going to work on the Corrado. So Arjan's already busy with taking off. He already took off the intake manifold. We're going to remove the old turbo. I'm also going to send the turbo to Gino to repair it so I can sell it as a new one. And to give you guys an update about the Mark III VR6 turbo, we blew the head gasket. I already made the order at Bartek for the multi-layer head gasket. Sadly it wasn't in stock, so we have a little delay on that. We also ordered the new ARP bolts. I already received it, so we really need to wait for the head gasket, and then we can rebuild this car and go back for the dyno. So yeah man, also very excited about this car. I'm going to make some adjustments. I'm going to take the extension of the wastegate away and going to mount the wastegate straight on the manifold and make, because we really want the screamer pipe on this location besides the hood exhaust. So I will make some curves, some turns and relocate it. But yeah, nothing too big, nothing too major, but it looks like I'm going to repair this car after I arrive back from Portugal. So I think it will be the first week of May. But guys, the VR6 Turbo will be back on the road very soon and we will take it to Mexico to make some rips, guys. So for now, let's mount the manifolds, take the engine out, cut out the spare wheel opening and test fit the axle, guys. So yeah man, a lot to do, no time to waste. Let's go man. Holy shit guys, that intake manifold looks mental man. And the nice thing about this intake is that I can run 4 separate injectors for the nitrous. So, and also the turbo, I thought I had way less space because of the X-bar, but yeah, this will work out perfect. So I want to make the rest of the intercooler piping also with the pie cuts. And I need to adjust this one a little to make a little bit less clearance, so I have more clearance for the hood. But yeah, I really like the outcome already. So for now, I think we immediately move back to the rear of the car. We're going to take the fuel tank underneath remove the fuel tank from the car and start with cutting on the spare wheel opening. So yeah, after that, there's no way back, guys. We really go for the promotion. So yeah, let's take the grinder, remove the tank, start cutting, man. So that went better than I imagined, guys. The cutout came out very well. So it's like a complete straight cut. Yeah, cannot say anything about it. Came out very well. Gives it, of course, lots more clearance that we need for the 4x4. So I have already a company that is busy with preparing the plate that I will weld into this opening right here. Of course I can prepare a plate myself, but I want it to be curved. That way it will be much stronger than a flat plate. And I am really happy with the new manifolds. This manifold was one of a kind, it's a one of a kind manifold, specially made from Profi Diesel for his own personal car. And I wanted to order the side mount because it's a little bit offset, like you see. A little bit of an offset manifold, the exhaust manifold. And he made this intake manifold for his own personal car, and he was already following the channel. And he said, yeah man, this intake will be a nice feature for this Corrado. So yeah man, I really appreciate it, so thanks a lot, man. Really happy with it. The only thing that I need to do is to adjust it a little, because you see there is some space here, and if you look like this, yeah, it's a little bit too high right now. Of course I will mount a VR6 hood. A VR6 hood is a little bit higher, and I will use the extensions again for the hood to be a little bit upwards. But for sure, at the beginning, I will drive without a hood, guys. So that's not a real big issue for right now. So yeah, the trunk is ready now. I hope that I will receive the plate to weld in the opening tomorrow, at worst case scenario on Friday. And now we are ready to take the engine out, because on the engine bay, before it had the VR6 engine, the R32, so I have all the old engine mounts. They welded the engine mounts on the chassis legs, also on this side. So yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to rest the engine on its original subframe again. So I want to remove the engine and cut out all these old engine mounts and prepare everything so the car can go in a few days to the painter. Because I have like 4 or 5 days left before I go to Portugal, and I want to leave this car all finished up and ready to be painted at the paint shop. So when I will arrive back from Portugal, the car is ready to pick up, freshly painted, and I can immediately start on the 4Motion swap, guys. So I already arranged a company that will powder coat all the parts of the synchro axles. So yeah man. Now it's going fast. I'm also going to send the cylinder head to Portugal. Yeah, I'm not going to call names about companies because I'm still in a little bit of a doubt in about which company I'm going to choose. I'm in doubt of 2 companies, so I have to choose one of those 2. Or I will buy a complete new full race head, or I will customize my own ported head to bigger valves and beryllium valve seats. So, and I also need to customize the pistons, of course, for the bigger valves. So yeah man, I have to take the engine out, take the engine apart, prepare the engine bay and weld the trunk. And I think that's about it for right now, guys. So yeah, still a lot to do, so no time to waste. Let's go further with ripping out the engine and I will be right back, guys. Let's go. So the engine is removed and it's very nice that Arjan helped me out with removing the engine, but now I realize that we still have a lot of work to do, guys. I already did a lot also on the background. I completely sandblasted the synchro/4motion rear setup. It's ready to go to the powder coater on Monday. I only need to remove the wheel hubs, the wheel bearings and the rubbers from the control arms, but I'm very happy how it came out. But I really underestimated how much work it was to sandblast all this stuff. So for the next time, for sure, I will bring it to a company and do like, hey man, sandblast and coat this shit. But yeah, very happy with how it came out. I've also spoken with the guy that made the lead plate for the spare wheel tray. He has it ready, so I can pick it up tomorrow morning. So also very happy about that. Because like I said, we are very close on our schedule. I think we can start with cutting and welding on the chassis. So like I said before, we need to remove the old engine mounts from the R32 engine. And I also need to make a bracket for the intercooler. Because the car needs to be ready in 2 days to bring to the painter. Because the engine bay, but also the trunk needs to be painted. And I still need to take the engine apart, because the cylinder head will be shipped to Portugal. Yeah man, still a shitload to do, but it looks like we can make it happen, like always. All the deadlines are always so close scheduled, but at the end we will make it happen. So that's the most important thing. So like I said, we have no time to waste. It's very late right now. I will continue the work tomorrow and yeah, just continue the video, guys. So no time to waste. Let's go further with the chassis, cutting and welding, and we'll be right back. Yo guys, welcome back. That was a lot of work, man. I can gladly say that I'm happy that I finished cutting that engine mounts, because they were really on it. Needed to cut it and use the grinder to grind layer by layer to take it completely from the chassis. But yeah, that's all done now. I also welded that hole closed and the locations of the engine mounts look nice and straight again. Also made the bracket already for the intercooler, so that's all strongly mounted, and I'm now already busy in the trunk with preparing the holes, test fitting now the fuel cell and the ice box, and I Yeah, I really like the location, how it's positioned right now. I think it's also good with the weight of the car. So the fuel cell will be on the passenger side. But it also needs to be a little bit higher on the ground because you have a low point here where the return and the fuel line is connected. So I bought vibration dampers that I'm going to use. It's 4 centimeters in height. That way I only need to drill 8mm holes. And yeah, also the panel. The panel is very strong. Very happy also with that. Already put the silicone underneath the car. So yeah, man, I can say we are very close to finish this car, having it ready for the painter, because tomorrow I'm already going to Portugal, so it needs to be ready today. But it looks like we're going to make it. I also have a little surprise for you guys. Before we had the TSW wheels, the orange wheels mounted on this car. I can say I don't really dig the orange, and the wheels were okay, but I really like the look of the black Corrado. It's like my signature wheel on the Corrado, you know, the Brock B1s. But they were 16-inch, 9G all four. And sadly I cannot mount 16-inch on the white Corrado because of the brick brakes. So you already feel it coming. I bought 17-inch Brocks, guys. 10G on the rear, 8.5 on the front. It's a tight fit, but it fits with the brake caliber. Afterwards, after I mounted the fuel cell and the icebox, I will put the side panel back just to show you guys the fitment, because the fitment is perfect, man. I am very, very happy with this new look. Also, the wheels are going to be in the color team color. That also will be a little surprise. But yeah, man, this is going to be a real standout drag race car, man. Yeah, so like I said, tomorrow I'm going to Portugal already, so we have a race against the clock. I only need to prepare the holes for the fuel cell and the icebox, so I can bring it to the painter. The trunk needs to be painted, but also the engine bay, of course, because of the engine mounts. So yeah, man, this will be the last time lapse. No time to waste, guys. It will be a quick one, and then I will be back to you guys, and then it will be finished. So no time to waste. Let's quickly finish up that trunk. We'll be right back, guys. Let's go. So the fuel cell and the icebox are mounted temporarily on the place that I want it to be, and I'm very happy with the result. I'm also very glad that I was aware of a mistake that I made in the video that I showed you guys before. I had the fuel feed and the return on the front of the car, but that's of course a mistake, because if I make a launch, all the fuel will go to the rear of the car. So I thought, oh shit, let's put it here. I'm pointing to the rear. That way I am more sure that I won't run out of diesel. And also the icebox. This is the little crane to empty the icebox. And it goes underneath the car. You see the tube right here. And this is like a breather hose. So it doesn't suck vacuum inside. Yeah, very nice icebox. Like, I think it's like 10 liters or so. Johnson pump. So yeah, man. And oh yeah, I also said to you guys I will mount the front fender to show the fitment, and I'm very, very happy that the rims are perfect, to be fair, guys. Look at this. It's like completely inside the fender, or not completely. I need to change something on the undercarriage of the car, because the control arms from this car are from a VR6, and that's why the car is so much on camber. So what I will do, I will mount G60 front control arms, and that way they will point way more inwards. And yeah, I already showed you guys the rear. The fitment is awesome, bro. I'm so happy. Yeah, lots of tape on the rear of the car. But yeah, man, I'm very hyped with the new wheels. 17 inch, you can really see the difference if you compare it with the black Corrado. So it's already in the evening, Tuesday. Tomorrow I'm going to fly to Portugal, so yeah, man. But we made it. We made it on time, and that's the most important. Oh man, so the car will go tomorrow morning to the painter. My painter is here in the same building, so that's also very nice. And when I will arrive back from Portugal, all the complete synchro rear end, the synchro rear axle, subframe and everything, control arms, everything will be powder coated, ready to be mounted. The trunk and the engine bay will be painted, and also all the orders from Bartech, from APTech will already arrive here in the shop. So when I arrive back in the Netherlands, we can immediately start the rebuild of this 4Motion TDI. I'm very hyped, man. So yeah, it's going to be a crazy build for sure. And I have another surprise, because it looks like we ordered all the parts that we need double, twice as much. Why? Because our Mark III VR6 Turbo, the blue one from Cell Show, will also get a 4Motion conversion. So we will put the white Corrado here on the lift, the blue VR6 here on the lift, and do a Quattro motion conversion here in the shop. 2 4Motion swaps at once, guys. So it's going to be awesome. Stay tuned for this awesome build. Yeah, it promises a lot. For sure it will be something else. So guys, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you didn't subscribe yet. If you really like this car, or do you have some ideas that you want to share with me, please put it down in the comments. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. I will see you guys in Portugal, guys. Yeah, man. See you in the next one. Ciao.